Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fulton. Welcome to Saucer Field. Carter Waddell here with you. This is Westminster College Baseball on the Blue Jays Sports Network. Really appreciate you tuning in here today. Had some issues with our Wi-Fi hookup, but we're ready to go now. We're in the bottom of the fourth, then. You're just in time for the exciting finish of this game. Tied at 1. The scorer, Ryan Clavin, is hitting for the Blue Jays. Not too much scoring to recap. The runs came in the first couple of frames. Blue Jays got their run on a ribby double by Ryan Clavin, speaking of the hitter digging in. Gave him a 1-0 lead. As Clavin hits the pitch he sees through the right side. Into right field for a base hit. Mason Price trots in. Puckett Jr. game. That's where we're at. It's been up to this point. Blue Jays have a walk and a single to start this fourth inning. That broke his streak of 7 straight retired by Luke Summers. The Font pitching out of the windup after a rough first. Styles a righty against the righty. Summers, a sophomore out of Vianney High in St. Louis. That's Summers we're talking about. 0-1, shows bunt again, takes his pitch down and away. Not his pitch. Fontbon ready for the wheel play with the first baseman Shocker charging in. Second baseman Golich going to cover first. Big hole on the right side right now with Tosick, the shortstop, really pinching in toward the second base bag, right behind Mason Price, the runner on second. Tied at 1, bottom 4, first and second, no one out. Now Tosick moves a bit to his right over at short. Summers is ready. Here comes the pitch. Called! Strike 3, outside corner. Home plate ump's been given that outside strike all game long, and Zach Styles is rung up for the 4th strikeout of the game for Summers. Now it's up to Brandon Beeler. One man gone, tied at 1, bottom of the 4th. Price, the lead runner, at second. Clavin is at first for the Jays. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning of a 1-1 game. Appreciate you joining us here on the Blue Jays Sports Network. Pitch is just a bit high to Beeler. So the count 1-0. Beeler struck out swinging on a curveball his first time up. Righty to righty, here comes, nope, they're going to go to second, and diving back is Price. He's safe at second. Tough play, a lot of sand in the air as Tosick dove backward, trying to tag out Price. This infield can get dusty on a dry afternoon like this, and everybody will dust himself off, and now Price really does look like a baseball player with the stains on his uniform, especially for a DH. That's not too often. See it? Still 1-0 the count on Beeler. Summers comes set, and here's the pitch. Fouled straight back to the screen. Counts 1-1. Summers didn't hold the set very long there before delivering that ball. Has a pretty deliberate windup when he's pitching out of the windup. That time went a quick delivery to Beeler. So the count even up 1-1. Summers stares in, waits for the sign. Rushing gives him the one he wants. Now he's set. Stays set for longer this time. Checks the runner once, twice. The 1-1. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. They pulled the string on Beeler, so the count's 1-2. This is, if you're just joining us, and you are, this is a really important game for the Blue Jays and the Griffins in the SLIAC tournament picture. Fontbon in second place in the West right now at 11-6. Jays a game behind them at 10-7. Of course, only the top 2 teams make the postseason in each division, so Jays really need to get 2 out of 3 this weekend. Here's the 1-2. Just misses off the outer edge. Rushing did his best to frame it and try and get the call. Not that time. Counts even 2-2. All the Blue Jays have left after this is a doubleheader on Thursday against Principia. And if they get the 2 out of 3 in this series, doubleheader today and then tomorrow the game Sunday, they'd really be in the driver's seat heading into that twin bill. Summers will not deal 2-2 because Beeler called time. It's one of the tough things for an umpire to navigate. You never want to call time while the pitcher's in his delivery, but here with Summers, he's kind of been inconsistent in how this delivery's begun. Sometimes he just goes immediately. Sometimes he checks the runner 3 times before letting the ball fly. So tough to judge from behind the plate. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. They tag him out. Strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Summers. He's now got 5 today.
Now batting number 27, Will Stonecipher.
And now Will Stonecipher will dig in for the Blue Jays. Big batter here. Remember, this is the first of 2 here on this Saturday at Saucer Field. So that means that it's only a 7-inning game. And we're in the bottom of the 4th, tied at 1. So roughly halfway through the contest here. Gets late early in this first game of the doubleheader. Stonecipher was robbed of an infield hit his first time up. It was a great play by Summers, the pitcher, to over-the-shoulder grab a chopper and rifle it over to first for the out. Very good defensive play back in the second. Pitch to the right-hander. Hit hard on the ground to second base. Tough hop for Golich. He scoops it up, goes the short way to shortstop, and that retires the side. Nice play by Golich. Infield hops have been tricky today, but he shovels it off the Toshik for the 4-6 fielder's choice. And that finishes things in the bottom of the 4th. Jays failed to score after putting the first 2 men on. No runs, a hit, and 2 left for the Jays in the 4th. At the end of 4, we're tied at 1. This is Westminster College Baseball on the Blue Jays Sports Network. Dueling, not entirely consistent, but when they're on, they're on. Goes for both of these pitchers. First pitch to Ryan Shocker, misses inside. It's Shocker, Tosick, and Rushing, the 6, 7, 8 hitters, due up for the Griffins in the bottom of the, or the top of the 5th inning, excuse me. Shocker 0 for 1, struck out swinging on a change first time. Pitch. Slow pitch hit in the air to shallow center field. Charging is Bowman, and it's called off the glove of the second baseman, Schifrin. Boy, Schifrin was out in straightaway center field, hustled all the way over from his second base position, tried to make a diving over-the-shoulder catch, nearly did, and it popped in and out of his mitt. So that's a hit for Shocker, a leadoff single. And now Matt Tosick comes up. So the Jays were able to get the first 2 batters of the 4th inning aboard, a walk to Price and a single from Clavin. They couldn't bring them in to score. Let's see if Fontbonne can take advantage of their leadoff hitter here, getting on. Pitch is bunted to the left side, scooped up by Strebler at third, goes to first for the out. Sacrifice is successful. Clavin made the grab at first, so score that 5-3. And Shocker moves to second. So Ryan Good, the 11th-year head coach for Fontbonne, electing to put on the bunt side. Good in his 11th season, made a regional in 2009, the biggest bright spot on his record. And here's the 8-hitter Rushing. Rushing and Hovelman. Their job is to bring that run in from second base. Shocker aboard second, tied at 1, top of the 5th. Pitch. Called strike in here half to Rushing. Rushing hit a ground ball through the left side for a base hit his last time up in the 3rd. Was canceled out in a double play. Here comes the 0-1. Cut on a miss. Too fast for him there from Cassidy. So 0-2 the count on Rushing, who entered this game hitting 175. Brought that average up a couple ticks with his 3rd inning single. Cassidy holds the set. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Misses way outside. Great snag. Backhand there by Buehler. Really had to reach across his body to pick that up. And that's a big play because if you give up a wild pitch or a pass ball in this spot, moves the runner over to third with less than 2 out. Changes the whole strategy for rushing at the plate. And for the Jays defensively in this pitcher's duel, tied at 1. 1-2 pitch. Hit hard right to Cassidy. It knocks his glove off. Now he barehands it. Goes to third, and they tag him out at third. Shocker cut out of the equation. What a play by Ian Cassidy to have the presence of mind to go to third base and get the lead runner after having the glove ripped off of his hand by a comebacker. What a play from Cassidy for out number 2.
Now batting number 32, Jonathan Buehler.
So that scored 1-5 fielder's choice that Rushing hits into. He moves to first on the play. What a play, because that just took the glove right out of his hand. Thought for a moment he was going to be able to grab that. But instead of wheeling around to first, he went the short way to third base. And not sure what Ryan Shocker was up to there. But in any case, here's Jonathan Hofelman, the speedy 9-hitter, with 2 men gone now, and a man on first. Pitch. Called strike on the inner half. Another breaking ball. So no balls and 1 strike on Hofelman. Hofelman reached on a fielder's choice, speaking of, his first time up, and promptly stole second and third on back-to-back pitches. After a lengthy battle between him and Cassidy on first base, dove back 4, 5, 6 times. There's the 0-1. Fouled away right side, so it's 0-2 on Hofelman. Those stolen bases were numbers 20 and 21 on the year for Jonathan. That is right up there with the best in Mysliak. He's only been caught twice on the year, which is even more impressive. As great as getting an extra base is, not getting caught is more important. He's done both. Tied at 1 here, top of the 5th. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball, ground ball to the left side. Strebler fields it at third, throws across the diamond. High throw, but a good play at first by Clavin to retire the side. So the 5-3 putout finishes things for Ian Cassidy. Helped himself out with some good defense, and the leadoff runner does not come back to bite the Jays. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left in the 5th inning for Fotbon. We're through 4.5, still tied at 1. This is Westminster College Baseball on the Blue Jay Sports Network. Back at Saucer Field in Fulton, Carter Waddell here with you on Westminster College Baseball. Appreciate you joining us on this Saturday afternoon. Starting the bottom of the 5th of a 7-inning game, still a 1-1 tie. This has been a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel between Luke Summers and Ian Cassidy. Summers taking the mound has only surrendered 2 hits in his 4 innings of work. He struck out 5 and walked just 1. The pitch is a called strike to Schifrin, the leadoff hitter for the Jays. 8-9-1 for Westminster. That's Schifrin, Mundell, and Bowman. So the count 0-1 on Rob. Righty to righty. Here comes the 0-1. Misses down and away to the right-hander. They see if he went with the swing, but he did not. So the count's 1-1. The one run that Summers surrendered was unearned. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Misses down and away. That was in the first inning. Bowman reached on an E6. Little looper that was misplayed by Tosick, the shortstop. He came in on a ribby double from Clavin with 2 men out. Here's the 1-2. Skips in front of the catcher rushing, who might have gotten off the mask there on the rebound. Shakes his head, but he's all right. I'll give him a second. This has been an interesting wind-up to watch for Summers. There are certain pitchers in the college game where they want to get into a rhythm, and if every pitch looks the same, that's the way they're working. Summers is not one of those guys from what we've seen today. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball in on the hands, and Schifrin is down on strikes. 6th strikeout of the game. Right now, the windup, back to what Summers is doing, it's a very deliberate way of winding up and delivering the baseball. Never really has a hitch to it, like maybe you'd see from a Japanese pitcher, or Johnny Cueto with the Giants is another example of someone who comes to a stop. But it's very slow. First pitch to Adam Mundell popped straight up in the air, hovering over the second base bag, and the second baseman Golich makes the grab. So 1 pitch and the second out for Mundell, who's now 0 for 2. And what's interesting about that deliberate windup, which is usually the way, just got a piece trickled over to the right side. The way Denny Hughes structured the lineup card on this senior day, we've got the 4 seniors hitting in a row. Mundell batting 9th, and then Bowman, Strebler, and Price. And all those folks will be honored in all the scoring. Couple of called. Some of the 5th. We're still tied at 1. Work. That's been so far in this match comfortable over the course of this game. 1-1. Hits him right on the back. That was a breaking ball that just didn't have any bite to it. And hit him right on the 3 and the 34. Ball just got away from him, so Price reaches base again. Big spot for Ryan Clavin now. Man on first, 1 man out, tied at 1, bottom of the 6th of a 7-inning game. The pitch, low. The count's 1-0 on Clavin. Clavin has yet to be retired today. He's the only ball player in the game that can say that. Ribby double in the first for the only Blue Jay run, and then singled in the 4th. Price aboard first with 1 out. The pitch. Misses way outside. Pulls rushing out of his crouch. So ahead in the count, 2-0 is Clavin. We'll see what he gets to hit here. Zach Stiles is on deck for the Jays. 2-0 pitch. Misses down and in, so 3-0 the count. Wonder if Denny Hughes gives the green light. Though I also wonder if we'll see anything over the plate to Clavin. They might be pitching around him here. Here comes the 3-0. There's a called strike on the outer edge. Welcome you if you're just joining us to Westminster. We're tied at 1 in the bottom of the 6th. Appreciate you sticking with us here. Man on first base with 1 out for Clavin. Still even at 1 in this game. Been that way since the 2nd. 3-1 pitch is swung on and hit high in the air toward right center field, not deep. The center fielder, Persky, is there, makes the grab out in right center. So Clavin's retired for the first time today. And now it's Stiles' turn.
Number 1, Zach Stiles.
Summers trying to work out of another jam. Did so in the 4th. Jays got a leadoff walk from Price and a single from Clavin. But then Stiles and Beeler both were strikeout victims from Summers. And Stonecipher grounded into an inning-ending fielder's choice. Stonecipher has since been pulled for defense by Zach Eisenreich out and left. The pitch to Stiles is fouled away right side. Beeler on deck for the Blue Jays, and then Eisenreich after that, if he does indeed grab a bat after getting out there in left field. They go to first base. I think this is big for Summers because he was really in a rhythm when he was pitching out of the windup. I mentioned how he's a little inconsistent with his deliveries, but mentally he was locked in, and now he has to pitch out of the stretch once again. Pitch. Misses in the dirt, gets away from rushing, but no advance from Mason Price at first. So count evens up, 1-1. Styles today flew out to right field in the first inning and then was called out on strikes in the fourth on a fastball in the outside corner. He wasn't a fan of the call. Here's the 1-1. Hit hard on the ground to second base, moving to his left, and it's through. Golich over at second, rounding for second base is Price. They tell him to slide into third, and he gets in there safely. Hustling back to first base safely there is Styles. A tricky play over at second, but it's first and third for the Jays with 2 men out. That's a single, hit the ball hard. Just got under the glove of Golich at second base. So here comes Brandon Beeler. And before he comes in, out comes Ryan Good. And could we see our first pitching change of this game? He heads out, the whole infield gathers in. This is the biggest batter of the game for Fontbonne. Game's tied at 1. We're in the bottom of inning number 6. Blue Jays have Mason Price on third and Zach Styles on first with 2 gone. We won't see a change, just a conversation. They'll try and see if Beeler can finish out this frame.
Now batting, number 2, Brandon Beeler.
So here comes the first pitch to Beeler, righty to righty. Nope, they go to first. Nearly skipped away. That's a good play from Shocker, the first baseman, to backhand that in the dirt on a hop. That gets away if Jays have the lead. Here's the pitch to Beeler. A chopper foul left side. Just got a piece of that pounded into the dirt. So count on 1. Beeler is 0 for 2 with the pair of strikeouts. Struck out in the second and the fourth. Got a curveball for his first K. Third baseman Hovelman even with the bag for Fontbonne. 0-1 the count. They go to first again. And again, back in time is Styles. 2 men gone here. We saw this earlier on when Bowman was on first, where a lot of Summers' focus was on the runner. Here's the 0-1. Going to the plate, fouled away right side. So now it's 0-2. Bottom of the 6th inning of a 7-inning game, tied at 1. Blue Jays a game back of Fontbonne for the last playoff spot in Mesliak West. They need 2 out of 3, most likely, this weekend. They want to make the postseason. The 0-2, runner goes for second, pitches in the dirt, and easily taking second base is Styles with his first stolen base of the year. So now it's second and third for Beeler with the count 1-2. Summers is set. The 1-2. Skips to Madurt. Good block by Rushing. Just thumped it off his chest protector. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Second and third. In a 1-1 game, bottom of the 6th. Maybe the biggest pitch of this game for Summers. Here comes the 2-2. Swan and hit hard left field, gets in there for a base hit. 1 run will score. Heading around third base is Styles. He comes to the plate. The throw is in time, out at the plate. And that ends the frame, but the Blue Jays get a run. It's an RBI single for Brandon Beeler, and it's 2-1 Westminster. Crowd didn't like the call at home. It looked like to me like it was close, but they call him out at the plate. That's one of those where you just shrug your shoulders because that was just as bang as it gets at home plate. But in any case, the run from Mason Price is not in any dispute. The Blue Jays get the run on the ribby single from Beeler, his 11th run batted in of the season. It's now 2-1 Westminster. In the frame for the Jays, they get 1 big run on 2 hits and leave 1. We're through 6, and it's 2-1 Blue Jays. Ian Cassidy is coming back out to try and slam the door on Fontbonne here in this first of 2. Back after this, Westminster College baseball on the Blue Jays Sports Network. Welcome back to Fulton, starting the 7th and final regulation inning of this first game of the doubleheader. It's 4, 5, and 6 due up for Fontbonne. Michael Puckett Jr. is at the plate to lead off this frame, followed by Dobbs and Shocker. Last time the Jays scored a run, Puckett Jr. responded with a solo shot. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike on the inner half from Cassidy. The score, Westminster 2, Fontbonne 1. Jays broke a 1-1 tie with a ribby single from Brandon Beeler right at the end of the 6th. Here's the 0-1 from Cassidy. Hit hard, right back to Cassidy. He barehands the ball on a hop and goes to first for the out. I'd say he was flashing the leather, but he didn't use the leather. Couple great plays from Cassidy at the mound today, helping himself out defensively. So the 1-3 putout means it's Braden Dobbs' turn. Dobbs, a freshman from Jackson, Missouri. Lefty hitter, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball that Beeler couldn't quite handle, but no matter, no one on. 2-1 Blue Jays. Top of the 7th. Jays are 2 outs away from a crucial win in this first of 2 today and first of 3 this weekend with Fontbonne. Here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball, strike outer half. Backdoored him there with that little slurvy pitch. Heading the count 0-2 is Cassidy. Cassidy's looking for his 6th strikeout of the game. Pitch. Swing and a foul tip into Beeler's glove. Strike 3. So there it is. K number 6. Cassidy's now retired 8 in a row. And Ryan Shocker is the last hope for the Fontbonne Griffins. The senior from Schaumburg, Illinois, digs in from the right side. The pitch. Misses outside. Some off speed there. Wind is picked up, blowing out to left now. Been kind of hard to track today, as it always is in Missouri. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball, a chopper to the right side. Schiffer, the second baseman, moves to his left. Fields it, throws to first for the final out of the game, and the Blue Jays get the win. Westminster wins it 2-1. Ian Cassidy, cool, calm, and collected, working a 1-2-3 7th inning, and the Jays get a big win in the opening game of this doubleheader by a final score of 2-1. Not a ton of offense in this game, but the Jays got what they needed. An RBI double from Ryan Clavin to bring across an unearned run in the first, and a go-ahead ribby single from Brandon Beeler in the sixth inning, rather. Another complete game for Cassidy. Good to see him get a good outing together. Really made one mistake. Michael Puckett Jr. went yard in the second, and the rest of his game, he was firmly in control. For Cassidy in this game, he goes the full 7 innings for the complete game. He gives up just the 1 earned run off of 4 hits. He strikes out 6, and he did not walk a batter in this game. So a great performance from Cassidy. When his command is on, he is very difficult to beat. As for Luke Summers, he put together a solid outing as well. Goes the full 6 innings in this game. Gives up 2 runs, one of which was earned off of 4 hits. Strikes out 8 and walks 1. Also hit a batter. Those are the numbers. The only 2 pitchers of this game, so that's good news for both of these managers. We'll have a pretty full bullpen for the second game of this doubleheader, and that game will be played the regulation 9. The final totals for this game for the victorious Westminster Blue Jays: they get 2 runs off of 4 hits, no errors, and they left 4 runners on base. For Fontbonne, the Griffins get 1 run off of 4 hits, 1 crucial error in this game back in the first. They left 2 runners on. And Cassidy gets the win, Summers the loss. We'll be back with the second game right after just a little bit. We'll have the Senior Day ceremony as well. Fontbonne now 19-16 on the year. Westminster 16-13, and they are all square now in conference play. Fontbonne and the Blue Jays both at 11-7. They are tied for the last playoff spot. Next 2 games of this series are going to be exciting. We'll be back with the second game in just a little bit. Until then, so long from Fulton. Come on back for the rest of this doubleheader.